you've heard of the legendary beings, the Bigfoot, roaming the forests of North America, and the Yeti, the abominable snowman of the Himalayas. But far from those snowy peaks, deep in the rugged wilds of Australia, there may be something just as terrifying and just as elusive. They call it the Yowie. For thousands of years, indigenous peoples have told of a hairy liar of the bush, a creature of myth or memory, and today its shadow lingers. The Yowie appears in indigenous Australian lore, though under many names. In some languages, the term Yowie was used to mean spirit roaming the earth at night. European settlers in the 1800s recorded Aboriginal warnings of hairy men living in the bush, beings feared, respected, avoided. A 2018 article notes that near Wollongong in far northern New South Wales is unofficially called Yowie country, from stories of a hairy man there going back to the 1820s and 30s. Ancient rock art in northern Queensland shows tall, looming figures with longer arms and ape-like faces, images that could date back over 15,000 years, possibly 27,000 years if the pigments there are to be believed. To the Aboriginal people, the Yowie wasn't fiction. It was real as the spirits of their ancestors. Descriptions are vivid: towering figures, enormous footprints, and a presence that makes the bush itself feel different. There are many stories of what happens when the bush falls silent and then speaks. In 1882, naturalist Henry James McCooey claimed to see what he called an indigenous ape between Bateman's Bay and Ulladulla in New South Wales. He described it as tailless, covered in long black hair, with reddish fur on the throat and chest, and small restless eyes. One such encounter, 3 plantation workers in the Jimna hinterland of Queensland were driving home late one night in 2021. Under a streetlight, they saw a figure hunched low. As they drew closer, it stood upright, revealing an ape-like face, longer arms, reddish hair, and a presence that left them shaken and sleepless. Another, a father and son near a creek outside Molong in New South Wales in 2023. They described a creature moving with bizarre gait, its feet turned back, a dog-like snout and spider-like limbs, an unlikely scene miles from deep rainforest. In many of the more recent reports, the pattern is the same: a dense bush, nightfall, the hairs on the back of the neck rise, the light of the torch catches something far away, something big, something human, yet not. Campers wake to heavy footsteps circling their tents. Hunters claim they saw eyes reflecting light. Tracks appear overnight, 8-inch long, deeply impressed in soft mud. A rotten egg smell lingers. They tell of branches bent down and woven into strange fork structures. Signs that something large forced its way through the canopy. And always the question, why has no body ever been found? Some believers suggest the Yowie moves in family groups, takes care of its dead, and so it leaves no remains behind. So what could this creature be? A lost primate species? Perhaps a giant marsupial relative surviving in Australia's remote bush? A mythic being from the dream time that somehow persists in modern memory? or a creature slipping in and out of our perception, seen one moment, gone the next. Whatever it is, the Yowie remains deeply tied to the land, to the silence of the bush, to the feeling that when you're alone in the wilderness, something might be watching. Next time you're out in the wild, especially at dusk, when the light dips and the trees stand motionless, listen for that snap behind you. Watch where the bush falls silent and keep your light steady, because someone else out there might have heard nothing until the earth itself began to growl. And this is the legend of the Yowie, Australia's ancient shadow. If you find this story at all chilling or interesting, remember to like, subscribe, and share, because sometimes the biggest mysteries live right in our own backyard.